Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for convening today's hearing on U.S. efforts to deny terrorists safe havens and counter threats from Pakistan, Yemen, and Somalia. The terrorist attacks of 9/11 were coordinated, as we all know, from a safe haven in Afghanistan. The 9/11 commissioners later stated that the U.S., quote, strategy should include offensive operations to counter terrorism, unquote, and terrorists should no longer find safe havens where their organizations can grow and flourish. Terrorism in America right now is our #1 security threat. Denying safe haven to terrorists is a paramount concern to our homeland security and an important step in keeping our communities safe from terrorism. We know that safe havens exist in ungoverned, undergoverned, and ill-governed areas of the world. These havens provide terrorists with cover and allow them the space to operate, to plan vicious terrorist attacks. There are multiple agencies that play a role in implementing U.S. counterterrorism efforts, and I thank the panel for taking their time today to join us as part of that grouping. The Departments of State, Homeland Security, Justice, and Defense are all but a few of the U.S. agencies that combine their efforts in countering this threat. And I'm interested in hearing today from our witnesses the level of cooperation that presently exists among the various agencies and whether this multi-agency approach is producing positive results for our homeland security. I think cooperation is one of the challenges that we all face in a threat so complicated and serious as this, and it's important that the coordination exists as seamlessly as possible. I'm concerned that Congress receive a full and comprehensive listing of our government's efforts, especially in light of the risk safe havens pose to the safety and security of U.S. interests, both at home and abroad. One hand needs to know what the other hand is doing, and the production of this report in the manner intended by Congress will allow that to happen. While today's focus is on physical safe havens, we must also consider the broader safe havens of the future. Electronic infrastructure and global communications play an important role in terrorist operations and allow for virtual safe havens that are much harder to track, disrupt, and dismantle than physical safe havens. Furthermore, the May 1st killing of Osama bin Laden, who escaped detection by hiding in a safe haven located in a heavily populated area, governed area that indicates that the terms of safe haven does not always equate with remoteness, scarcely populated areas, or lawless areas. I look forward to hearing from both panels and receive their recommendations on strategies on the best approach for addressing terrorist safe havens. And I yield back my time.
I thank the ranking member, and I couldn't agree with you more that the virtual safe havens are a threat as well. I know we have had hearings on radicalization over the Internet, which is I think poses one of the biggest threats we have today. Other members are reminded that opening statements may be submitted for the record. We're pleased to have a very distinguished panel of witnesses before us today on this important topic, and I want to introduce each of you. I hope we can get through your testimony. We have a series of votes coming up probably in about